do you think we're valid for kind of calling out the blogs for not posting that moment, or do you feel like it's whatever?
No, here's the thing. You're absolutely valid for what you're talking about because they're hindering or they're hiding certain things because they're trying to drive a narrative. If you're driving a narrative for what you're doing as a blog, then it's not really a blog anymore. It's a fan page.
Yo,
Yo,
keep
that's a
six.
bar right there, bro.
I still need the cosign from keep six. So I'm gonna keep glazing keep six. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on glazing
You're
the
on you.
blogs
Hey,
because
listen, you're on YouTube too. You can build yourself up here. So there's gatekeeping on social media too
Definition.
for Toronto.
100%, 100%. Okay, I
Absolutely.
can't
So,
even.
and that's why I said, are you making music for your friends or your consumer base?
But most people make music for their friends.
Yo, right here in the small box. Keep in mind, I keep it music here too. I don't really go into drama like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care about the drama. If I'm gonna keep it tall with you, if it's related to music, we can have the conversation. And I've always had music conversation. But I'm going to talk critically for a reason. Tell the truth with yourself. If you are not able to do that, then we got a problem. He's in the Discord. No, I see it. You trying to hop on Discord now? Hey, we can pull up for real. You know. Looks like looks like we're doing a side quest real quick. Looks like we're doing a little side quest real quick. That looks like that's the play. Good evening. What's good?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. What's popping?
Jeez, what's good, boys?
I'm chilling. What's good, man?
Oh, I'm just out here, bro. Just at the stew. I stumbled upon your live, and then I seen myself on it, and I was like, okay, like we're cooking.
I'm always cooking over here. It's what I do, you know? Yeah, but like I said before, I keep it critical and I keep it honest. I don't lie to myself. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah. Because I see a lot of things happening around here. I'm just like, why are we lying still? Why are we saying this? Why are we saying that? Why are we glazing?
Yo, bro, I like what you were saying about how, the biggest media outlets in our city, because they have an implicit bias, it has a trickle down effect on the actual output of the Toronto scene because of these ties, perhaps, or other biases,
Mm-hmm. And I stand on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because how is it that,
I hear that.
like, think about it like this. The city's well known all over the world, right?
Mm.
So why are we not taking advantage of moments like that where they know about us? How can we kind of build a bridge to really connect with other people? And how is it that we're not even connecting with each other?
That's valid. I feel like you know what? Like there are people that connect with each other, but then those people don't have the resources or the platform to be able to have impact.
You got to build it.
It's true.
That's the thing. A lot of people around here, they want things fast and quick. It takes time to build these things. It's not a one and done kind of operation. There's a strategy that has to go into these things.
I hear that, but wouldn't you say it's inevitable that, if someone gains a certain amount of traction within, let's just even specify like the urban music scene, like eventually you're going to have that like OVO interaction or some sort of like, I don't want to say interference or intervention, but some sort of interaction where I don't know, now you're a part of, I don't want to say the system, but like you're down type.
I see what you're saying, but I'm here on YouTube for a reason. YouTube is a gateway for all things. It's not just one.
Hear that?
The thing that people get confused with is that they're not realizing or they're not understanding what this application or what this platform is for. What's good, Underground Nation?
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Salute to everyone in the chat. And yeah, man, we out here, man.
I hear that. I just need to have this critical conversation
Jeez.
because it's getting to a point where a lot of things that we're doing currently is really not working. You got to switch up the tactics.
Okay, so what is this dissection about right now? We're talking about the blogs, talking about like, the viral clip. Right.
I can talk about whatever. It don't really matter to me. What I'm focusing on right now is just how can we ascend past where we're at right now?
There's one thing I'd like to say to Czar, because I DM keep six solid. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude. He follows me. So I DM him. I'm like, bro, I'm new here. What is the beef about? Like, what's going on? The man left me on red still.
Oh my
Definitely
goodness.
there,
I guess there is, bro. I don't know. I didn't know. I haven't really had too many interactions with him, and they've never been negative. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. We should get him on here.
I can't lie, me. I'm not gonna try my luck too much. I already asked him one time. I'm just gonna leave it like that, you know.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, do you think we're in the like? Do you think we're valid for kind of calling out the blogs for not posting that moment, or do you feel like it's whatever?
No, here's the thing. You're absolutely valid for what you're talking about because they're hindering or they're hiding certain things because they're trying to drive a narrative. If you're driving a narrative for what you're doing as a blog, then it's not really a blog anymore. It's a fan page.
Jeez.
I told you, I speak honestly and truthfully. If they don't like that, that's not my problem.
Yo, that's a bar right there, bro.
I still need the cosign from Keep Six, so I'm gonna keep glazing Keep Six. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep on glazing the
You're
the
on
blogs
you. Hey,
because-
listen, you're on YouTube too. You can build yourself up here.
Yeah, that's what man's been doing, you know.
No.
But the thing is like I look at it as you shouldn't really it's valid. The crash out was valid, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter too much. You know what I'm saying? Because like the blogs, they're not there to make someone famous. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to make people famous, or they don't want to. How can I explain it? For example, when I went viral for that interview, they cropped me completely out of it. They're like, "Who's this new guy?" You know what I'm saying? We don't care about him. We're just gonna take the information that is there, and then no, that's it. Like they don't want anyone else to have like a platform. Let's just put it like that, you know.
Fan
So,
page.
no tags, no nothing. So it's like
They're not doing their
they
job.
do move a certain way.
That's all I see. Sorry,
Yeah,
I have a business
you
mindset.
can say that.
I have a business mindset. I'm not here to like hold hands. I'm very serious and I'm very critical about the things that I say here. I'm not kidding. So I'm not gonna try and like lean to a left or lean to a right. If I see something that is bullshit, I'm calling the bullshit. Period. That's it. If you don't like that, that's not my problem. I'm going to continue what I do here because I really believe in what I'm doing here for real.
Well,
I hear that.
did
I
find
feel
it
like-
crazy. I did find it crazy though. You know that not even one repost because of who you are. That's wild.
And I think now it's like a clear line in the sand where it's like who's, I guess, for us or who's against us or whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, we still require Drake to have that moment, you know?
Why?
Because he commented.
Okay, that's valid. My thing though is
You know, so
now go ahead.
So I don't know. At the end of the day, like whether or not they want to support We Love Hip Hop, I guess they have the right. And whether or not they're failing in their role as a media outlet in the city is a separate conversation that I think should be had. Because at the end of the day, you're right. There is YouTube, and YouTube can translate to real currency. But I think what these blog pages have is an element of like a mix between digital and social currency. And that's what they're kind of like using as their chips.
We don't get paid from followers.
Not directly, but you can leverage the followers to make money in other ways.
Is that lucrative?
Do you think
I
it's
think
a
it's lucrative.
money
Like I'd say,
situation
like
here?
for ads and stuff, like promo and ads, it allows them to make a lot of money from promo and ads and like stories and stuff, whatever, because of their platform. And then at the same time, like there's that social element where they're able to push a narrative based on their own standing.
I'm not following that. I'm not getting behind that idea. It's not, bro, as soon as you start doing that, you're bought. It's over. You're a worker.
I hear that. I hear where you're coming from. Like you're not totally independent or free press in that sense. And that's a valid accusation, but I also think that it's the nature of almost every business. Like there are powers stronger than you that eventually you're going to have to strike a deal with or learn to coexist with even.
Here's the thing. I don't disagree with what you're saying, but it's going to have to work in a way where it's not necessarily equal, but it has to it has to continue what I'm doing here, and then they can go about their business. But it's still some sort of like, because I'm able to have the conversations. Like, the thing about me is that I'm critical, but I can still be honest. Right? You understand? You understand that part, right?
Yeah.
So it would have to work in a certain way. Even if I don't want to work with them, I'm still here. I'm still building here. It's still going to build into something from here. Because I believe in YouTube right now, because that's what's working.
Have that same power that they have on Instagram, on YouTube. So I hear that 100%. But I still think Instagram is pushing the culture a little more than YouTube, at least for some. And they still somewhat have a monopoly on that. They have Torontology, right? So now we're seeing like the centralizing of information or like propaganda or whatever, you know? So it's almost like a corporation country kind of mentality.
And also let's not forget that whenever a blog, like I don't know if you know this, but like some of these blogs they literally team up. Like they have one post collab with all of the same blogs too. So you can
Yeah,
really
they
feel
have a
that centralization.
coalitions.
And I never understood that. I'm like, okay, why is Six Sound posted with Six Trenches posting with all? It's like they are trying to have a monopoly on, you know what I'm saying, on on the Instagram algorithm, and that's where you can see those like the teams basically behind the scenes.
YouTube is still a long
I
term
don't see
goal.
why they would feel threat.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I don't see why they would be threatened by someone like Friday gaining traction or having viral moments if they already have all these followers and all this income from ads and promo. Why do you care to suppress or not uplift someone from your city?
And it's the same thing with me. When I went viral for that interview, they cropped me out, made sure that my face did not show on none of these posts, and no tag. You know what I'm saying, some of them I had to beg, like, yo, I know you're about to post this. Just make sure you tag me. Nah, 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 nah. They sent me their packages, like, oh, pay this for this much promo. I'm like, nah, bro. I know you're about to post something that you know what I'm saying that you're gonna be interested in posting, and just make sure you tag me. Um, it's like
That's messed up.
they want to keep the name to themselves. Like it's hard to explain, but it's pretty much from what I've experienced. Is they don't want to make someone else famous. They don't want to be responsible for someone else's platform
So is
blowing
that
up.
gatekeeping?
Exactly. That's 100%
So there's
gatekeeping.
gatekeeping on social media too
Definition.
for Toronto?
100%. 100%. Okay,
Absolutely.
So
I can give another example. I posted some about the players ball. Sometimes I'll send collaboration to some of these blogs, but like they hardly accept. So I stopped doing that. One
Eh,
day, one of these blogs they were like, yo, send me a collab on that one. It's like you kind of have to get into those circles. Kind of have to be like you're gonna have to put a name for yourself or something. But since I'm new, I might get accepted. But like, for example, like if it's another page that's been there for years, they might not be, you know, they might not be willing to accept them.
I
Like
think
collaborate on things.
my destination, I think is different from your guys' destination because I'm not necessarily looking towards that. My destination is more tied into within music than actual social media because I believe based on the music that I promo here, I think we have a very strong and powerful sound from Toronto. It's just the wrong people are being shown, but I want to be more within than on the sideline.
So you think that the wrong people are being promoted?
It's not necessarily about okay, so let me step back for a little bit. It's not necessarily about what is right and what is wrong. It's more about what the consumer enjoys more.
So like, okay, are the
But
artists that you're talking about that like are a little more like or a little less known? Like, are they just talented musically, or do they have the whole image and the package and the brand and the personality?
So I've already promoted a set amount. Some of them are new, but some of them are aged. Some of them have been around. So I'm on both sides. I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing the artistry develop on both sides, where one is going and where one is currently at.
Mm. Okay, because what I've noticed with Toronto, and maybe this is just all of hip hop in general, is that a big draw for a lot of people is the storyline of the artist, like their real life, who they are, where they're from, what they do, what they've done, and then the music obviously elevates that and puts a soundtrack to that image. But I think oftentimes like we don't really consume music in an isolated manner. Like a lot of the times we know about who the artist is, right?
Okay.
So I feel like, for example, with those artists you were speaking on, like, do they have that, like, to the point where, people would be interested in, them being put on? Or is it just a matter of they make dope music?
No, it's actually about the interest because I'm familiar with the kind of sound that the industry would like, not just your friends. One thing that I say here is that when you are creating your music, when you are developing music, when you're creating a project, what are you focused on more? What is your demographic? What is the target audience? What do you care for more? Are you making music for your friends or are you making music for your consumer base?
one thing I've
I hear
noticed too
that.
is
I
like
hear that.
one thing I've noticed is like sometimes you gotta go do something crazy for the public to even start noticing you. Or sometimes you can be already noticed, but like it's once you do that crazy thing that's when you get that validation. And this is where all eyes are on
Hmm.
you. And this is not only the blog's fault. This is not only like it's low key the algorithm, which is us. You know what I'm saying?
So
At the end of the day,
I spoke about that on here before because what you're basically talking about is creating a viral moment, but viral moments don't create longevity.
they don't.
So you got to continue to
But
create
They
viral
could, though.
moments. Nuh-uh. You got to continue to create viral moments to really ascend your artistry. What matters more, the viral moment or the music?
the music, 100%.
So let the music do it for you. If you are really talented and you really believe in your craft, the music is going to say it for you. All you have to do is know where to market, where to promote it, and how to push it.
Okay, so do you think like if I'm a great artist, I should just like okay, I have great audio, great video. I'm about to drop something. Just like okay, if I just splurge it on the blog pages that are responsible into like putting on new artists, do you think that that would just work
That's
if my
basic
music is
level
great?
marketing. That's the easiest way to do it. It doesn't always work.
Nah,
There's levels
that don't
to it.
work anymore. That don't work anymore.
There's strategies that you have to understand as an artist. I literally talked about this earlier. As an artist, it's not just about being an artist anymore. The requirements of being an artist today is that you need to understand marketing and you also need to understand the media space. You can't just be one thing now. It's not that anymore. That's how the industry is created. You have to know multiple things. You have to be knowledgeable in multiple lanes to really make it and make it work as an artist. If you don't know that, then it's not going to work. And then you're going to sit there and wonder why you're broke.
And especially if you just started out. But I feel like the game has changed, and you just gotta move accordingly.
Well, I talk about that today too. You need to really be knowledgeable in the space that you're in. If you want to be an artist, you need to be knowledgeable in the areas that you want to work in. If this is what your pathway is taking you to, you must know said room that you walk into. If you're walking into rooms that you don't know, good luck. It's not just about being a rapper. It's not just being about a singer. You must know how to navigate said room to be successful. Anybody can be an artist, sure, but there's levels to ascend to. Are you able to do that?
And one thing
It's
that is
way
missing
it's what
in the scene,
mm, go ahead,
one
go ahead.
one thing that we're missing here in the scene in Toronto is that we don't have like we don't have places where an artist can go and they automatically have like a team around him to help him do certain stuff, like an artistic director,
Well,
marketing. We don't have that here.
I
Maybe in the
kind
That
of I
state,
kind of talked about that too, cuz like we need
we
to
have that.
learn how to create an
you do.
artist camp. We need to develop a curriculum, a program for artists specifically, not remix project, cuz I know about remix project. Not necessarily that. It has to be designed specifically for artists and to make them successful. You got to consider it like going to
Yo,
college.
SXM, we do have one of those here,
Yeah,
Studio of Legends.
And how many artists are going there?
a lot.
I don't know. You gotta. I don't. Yeah, like there have been quite a few, and they have pretty high quality output, and they work alongside, labels, and they're pretty legitimate.
But low key, that's like okay. We have Studio of Legends, but that's like low key something that just happened, like last January. That's when it really started.
So it just
Mm.
started.
Pretty much. And
So
also, it's
how
kind of we don't really know. It's not open to the public too. It's like I'm pretty sure if you just pull up there and like get a on the mic thing and then you start working with them, it's not really automatic. It's not like.
okay,
But they'll film it and stuff. Like they'll record you and stuff. Like it's a real
that's
studio, and
that
then they also
doesn't
kind of like an artist program.
I need to analyze that more because based on what you guys explained, it doesn't really sound like one, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I got to do my own research on that. I'll probably go live and probably like share and just explore. But based on what I've just heard, I don't think that's really an actual artist camp. Like an artist, like
I
maybe I'm
feel like
saying
it's more like an
maybe
artist
not an
fishing
artist camp,
fishing
maybe
pool.
like more of a program specifically where it's
Mm.
like literal like classrooms. Like I think maybe that's what I'm leaning more towards because I believe that would have more power and more longevity. And honestly, it can actually build artists better if they understood the spaces that they walk in because a lot of people don't know shit.
I hear that.
Yo, my bad. I wasn't able to hear what you guys just said still.
I was just talking about how um it's best to have an actual curriculum, a program, courses for artists specifically designed to put artists into the stratosphere, understanding and navigating the spaces that are in the music industry and media spaces, and also understand how to market or creative ways on how to market your music.
Be a
Honestly,
sick
I don't think
college
I don't
program.
think no one is just gonna do this. Like,
It
no
takes
one's gonna
time to
just give
build. It's
game
not an
for free.
easy thing. I know that, but I
Bro,
believe
what
that's what we're missing.
DJ Zar was saying something about a college course.
Yeah, it's that serious.
Yeah, yo, we could start like a college program just to, I guess, like fast start artists, and it could be like one of them is like production, recording and stuff, and other things like social media marketing, podcasting. Like I don't know, we can make it a whole
Literally, that's
course.
what I'm talking about.
Charge
That's literally
charge
what
like
I'm
a
talking
30
about.
bands for the year.
It doesn't actually have to
Bro,
like okay, so the thing about this is that it doesn't necessarily have to be under a college, but like I understand why it should be to kind of get that kind of funding maybe, but I'm just focused on the program itself, not necessarily the destination of where this program is.
Mm. Nah, we like we would have to have designated teachers for certain things, but I could actually see us getting funding for that. Like we'll have like a video editing course, shorts, YouTube, AI course, journalism course. You got to go out in the streets with SXM and catch some interviews.
Facts. But yo, that's for artists.
Yes. Artists need to
Content
understand
Like an
this.
creators.
artist really needs. Okay,
Yes.
content creators. Because I'm like, if you're just an
No.
artist, you don't need to know about all
And
of that
and
like that.
listen, watch this now. This
You
is
kind
why
of do
listen.
though. You kind of do got
But
to know.
watch this though. Let me hold
Mm.
this one down real quick. This is why I'm on YouTube. Because I'm learning these things from other content creators on YouTube. Everything that I have been talking about, I've been learning. I've been listening to the Curtis Kings. I've been listening to the Company Man. I've been listening to Jay Nolan. I've been listening to Big Zoe. I've been listening to all these different content creators I've been reacting to, learning and educating myself about how to navigate said spaces, which is why I'm here talking the way I'm talking right now. I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm talking with actual facts and knowledge, learning from the indie artists, learning from the entrepreneurs. That's what I've been doing here. Sitting when every time I have a reaction to a Ray Daniels video, I'm always walking out with knowledge and spitting knowledge in said videos. It's not a joke, it's a serious thing. So you do need to learn this. The industry has changed. It's not just a simple thing anymore. Yes, anybody can be an artist. The door is open. Anybody can pick up a microphone. But if you want to ascend to the stratosphere with the other legends and greats, there's work that needs to be done. If you can't understand that, it's not your time.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. But I feel like a lot of artists they're not really thinking about this long term. They're just thinking about shooting a quick, music video, and you know what I'm saying, drop a 1, 2 tracks, and then see what the blogs are saying.
And that's why I said, are you making music for your friends or your consumer base?
But most people make music for their friends. Even Nav, if you look at this clip, he was talking about how he was talking about the N word, but then he was saying like, at first he was making music for his friends. So it's like it's kind of in the same theme here. It's like, you're
But
making
look where
music for
Nav
the
went
people
with
around
his
you first.
music. Look who Nav collabed with. He collabed with a lot of greats in the industry. A collab with Travis Scott alone ascended him. And look what he did with that cosign. He kept moving and kept dropping. A lot of people here hate his music. That's cool. And I understand the reasoning as to why. I can at least appreciate his music. I think he has bops. I'm a fan of Nav. I'm a fan of music, especially if the music sounds good and if it works. That's what I'm a fan of.
Yeah, but what I will say, and I rate Nav's music, but I feel like his formula wouldn't work in 2025 because he came about around a time where SoundCloud rap was a big thing. We didn't even know what he looked like for the first little bit. Then you had Kylie Jenner repost him, and it was just a different time. I feel like in 2025, what's required for an artist to break is much different than we've seen before.
Oh no, I agree with you because I remember I said the times are changing. The music industry is continuing to evolve. We must evolve with it. Nav, I don't know what his career is saying right now. But you know what? I still appreciate that he's moving around with Complex. He was at Complex Con because I went to Complex Con in Las Vegas this year. So he was with Complex, moving around, doing little interviews and that. So he's still doing something. I don't know what the music is saying, but at least he's still moving around within the environment that he has for himself. So that's one thing I can respect. I don't, like I said, I don't know what the music is saying right now, but I can at least appreciate that he's not sitting on his ass.
Mm. I hear that.
So do you think that
Yo,
most Toronto artists that's what they're doing right now? They're just sitting on their ass. They're not doing enough.
They're not doing enough. It's literally a serious thing to be an artist nowadays. If you how about this? For any Toronto artist out there, look into La Russell. Just educate yourself, look into his music, look into what he's doing as an indie artist and what it takes to be an indie artist. That should be a good example for a lot of artists here to know about how to move with your own team and not relying on a label. At least look into La Russell.
Yeah, shout out LaRussell. Yo, I'm gonna get off this, but yo, it was good speaking with y'all.
All right, of course.
And this was good, man. We gotta have more of these conversations and collabs.
That's all I'm trying to do. I want to be on. I want to be on the panels. I want to be on the pods. We got to seriously talk, and I'm ready for these conversations.
Bet. Sounds good, bro. All right,
I like DJs are from the Borough Sound TV. Y'all tap into
big up
everything he does, man.
Big up Flex, big up SXM, big up the chat.
You already know. What other questions you got before I go?
Okay, so what was your take on this whole blog situation here with Friday? I kind of missed that.
I agree with their stance because that's a viral moment. If you're not taking advantage of a viral moment just because of the content, what does that say about your own blog?
Do you think it was more of the content or like the who? Because actually, yeah, it's the content because when they did repost Friday or the tweet that he did we talked about last time.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, do you feel like this is a problem in the industry, especially for Toronto, to have those type of circles or closed circles that that are acting this way?
Of course, because the one thing I've noticed about the consumer here is that they're not a part of the conversations that a lot of people are having at that level. So, say for example, they post something about a situation that happened. There's actually a storyline to said story, but if you're not posting the parts of the story, how are we going to understand the story? And then when you go into the comments, you look into the comments of what they post, it's like a lot of people don't understand or get what's going on, and they're just assuming based on what they see in the moment, not realizing that there's a whole story to this. That's a problem. If we're going to break the story, we got to break the story, not just this part.
Someone in your chat says Canada got to find his own sound. It can't just rely on formulated music.
I don't disagree.
Do you think that Canada have his own sound?
What's Canada's sound then?
Honestly, I feel like Canada does copy a lot from the US, but I feel like if you go to Montreal, Toronto, BC, I feel like we got our own sound and lingo and the way we rap.
But what's the sound?
Things. I couldn't really put a name to it.
You gotta put a name to it. We need to know what the sound is. If we want to end that conversation, what's the sound?
Canadian rap.
So is that a sound or is that a genre?
Actually, no. Actually, no. I feel like each area, like Toronto, have their own sound. I can't put a name on it.
I need to know because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not drill.
They do copy a lot from the States.
Yeah,
a lot of
and the UK,
the States.
And the Caribbean. And I'm not even gonna say copy. Listen, I'm not even gonna say copy either. So, because a lot of the people that have their sound, okay, think about this. A lot of people that have their sound, because I don't want to say copy. That's a dangerous way to put it. You got to keep this in mind. A lot of people are from said places, bringing that sound here and trying to promote that sound back there. It's a strategy. They come here to utilize the space that we have, but they're utilizing it to push their genre that they believe in or what they grew up with, and they're promoting it either back home or other places to get popping there while using the Toronto name. There's a trick to it. You got to keep that in mind. A lot of people are utilizing strategies. Shout out to the Caribbean artists that are here. We know I said bear yard man around here, so you know? We know that already. Trust and believe me. Cause I'm Caribbean
Do you
myself.
think that's do you think that's someone like Omega Mighty is doing?
Um, isn't she from here?
Yeah, she's from here, but
Was
she
she born
makes,
and raised though?
yardy music. I'd like to see, yeah.
I need that confirmed before I continue because you got to be careful with the things you say because I'm not trying to step on said artists. What I'm doing here is to help artists.
But Toronto born Omega Mighty.
All
She
right, so
blends reggae, fusion pop.
but that's simply just a strategy. If you're making music to promote overseas, that's just a strategy to get yourself popping. That actually adds to one of the issues that I have where it's like, how is it that for a lot of content creators and for a lot of artists, they have to look outbound to get popping within? They have to build outbound to other audiences to get popping here. Why is it that we don't support people from the jump and encourage and push them to be better artists? That's a problem that we have here. A lot of people have to go outside these borders, outside these walls to make a name for themselves only so that that name has a little weight here. I don't like that. Even though we have all these great people in the city, but nobody cares about the music. That's a problem.
That's the same thing for content creation too. For example, there's this content creator, Your True Captain. Toronto doesn't really lift him up like that, you know what I'm saying? But he has a huge name around the states. Like most of his viewers come from the state, and also goes back to like the population too. It's like if you look at it, I don't think Canada's big enough to have the same effect as the states. It's like if you divide the population within like different categories of like if they listen to this, that, or other genre, we just don't have the population. That's why it doesn't feel like we're being supported. Like in Toronto, you might have like a 1-2 person people like supporting you, but you to really blow up, you're gonna have to branch off somewhere else. And once Toronto see that, oh my God, yo, this guy is a big guy in the States. He's actually from Toronto. That's when people start from here start pushing you or like giving your flowers that you deserve.
It's not it. It's not working. We shouldn't have to be attracted to big numbers or big values to say, oh, they're from here? What happened to homegrown? Homegrown, yes, but nobody's a part of the homegrown process. Everybody wants to be welcomed at the top when that artist is there. When the artist is at the top, like, oh, I've been with them. Liars.
Yes, that's how it is. That's 100% how it is here in
That needs
Toronto.
to
This is
change.
why you have some people hiding the likes. That's one thing I realized. You have people hiding the likes on the post or the views. So you don't know how much views that person got. You have people, it's all about appearing bigger than you are. I can promise you if like for example, Friday thinks he's blackballed by the whole OVO camp. Um, but if he had academics, he's been on academics. He's been on a lot of big US platforms, but like if he was getting like those really like those big cosigns from all these big outlets and all these big personalities, I'm pretty sure like all the problems he's been getting, they would have just went away. Like artists would want to come on his platform no matter what he be saying, you know what I'm saying? People would really they wouldn't care. The same way how people don't care how like, some people say Adam 22 is this and that. Some people say Ack is this and that. But if Ack gives you an offer like, yo, I'm doing this stream, or come to this, I'm doing this podcast, they'll jump at the opportunity. In Canada, you need those big US cosigns. They need to look at you as like, okay, this person can get me closer to this person, so okay, I'ma support them. That's just sad reality of Toronto.
It needs to change. Enough is enough. The same form, the
Yeah,
same
but how do you think
formula.
we can change that?
Well, to put it honestly and bluntly, we really need to stop following other influences and really start to look within. We must take a break from the things that we appreciate and give our time to go out and expand and learn. But nobody cares, so it's not going to work. There's a strategy to it. I haven't necessarily figured out the strategy, but all I'm saying is that the easiest way to do it is to take a break from the sources that y'all give you time to. And mind you, that's those sources are usually negative. So we're giving our time to negativity. What about giving our time to some positivity?
Yeah, I can't lie. This is something I even throughout my content, I'm trying to, lower those negative stuff, promote the actual artist. But if imagine if a small page like me is going through that, imagine like, those big blogs, those big pages, those big internet personalities, they're looking at the views and they're like, wow, this is not working. This is not working. I guess I'll just keep on promoting the top five. I keep on promoting the 6ix9ine. I keep on promoting all of this, and then once you really look at it, like your page starts becoming more of like the other ones. Even if at first your what you really wanted to push is the music and the people, you ended up not doing that anymore, and you ended up being like one of those generic pages, right? That was just
See,
like you don't discover new artists on certain pages anymore, and that's why.
See, that's why what I'm doing it works because what I'm doing over here, I don't know if you're familiar with that run along text that I have, but on that run along text it says, "Listen, this live stream is strictly for entertainment and comedic purposes
Mhm.
only. If your heart is weak, if your heart is light, please exit to the left. If you cannot understand that, just press the X, get off the stream." That's the run along text. That's pretty much me summarizing that. I always have that on. What I am doing specifically is actually breaking down the negativity and giving some positive insight. It's not every video, but I use certain videos to build up to my point. My point is that there are certain things that we need to let go and there are certain things that we need to pick up. And I use comedic ways and entertaining ways, or I'm just going to sit here and be real. That's what I do over here.
And also, we have a problem in the city. We have a problem of yes mans. We had the studio full of yes man. The track comes out and could have been tweaked.
That
Um,
goes to show you that the wrong people are in the rooms. We might have the right person in the room, but the wrong individuals are the influence. That goes back to the negativity I was talking about.
what is one question you would ask a room full of people that are in the industry about the current state of the scene?
Do they understand what they're trying to do with the current scene that's in front of them?
Do they understand what they're trying to do with what's in front of them?
The current scene
What,
that's
what
in
do you mean
front
by
of them.
that?
Do you understand the current scene? Are you familiar with the kind of superstars that we have around here? Do they understand what's going on within the city for music? That's where I would start because the answer for that would obviously be no.
And what is there to understand? What is that? What elements can we like take away from the scene to trying to understand what's going on?
Well, the elements that you should take away is that you should understand the genres that work here.
And just by understanding the genre that works here, like, but how do you get a bunch of artists to actually figure that out too? It's like, not everyone is connected like that,
Well, we need to start making some opportunities for them to get connected. There's nothing wrong with a good mixer every now and then.
See, because on the 22nd, I'm gonna be participating at this networking event for artists and producers,
I know.
video makers,
I'm
and
probably
all of
gonna
that.
pull up too.
Yo, so I'm really trying to, I'm trying to see how we can have more of those, and also how we can make that event like meaningful, not just like one of the other networking event that people do that just happens, nobody hears about it. I'm trying to see how we can, get some conversations going. You know.
I agree. Like I said, I agree. Don't you worry. Um, it's just about these different studios. They need to take a step back from what they're doing and try to open up their doors to let artists know we're here to assist and help you. Cause I feel like a lot of these studios are forgetting that. I feel like having the open houses, having the panels, having those kind of conversations with music in mind, I really believe those can really help, encourage, and really assist with building up artists here. It's levels to this. Doing something like that for studios is like entry level. The doors are open. We're here to help and assist you. We just need to understand what you want. What do you desire? What do you look for? Where do you see yourself climb to?
Yeah, that's facts. And hopefully, from that networking event at Miracle Studio, something like this is actually being built. But till now, like what's it called? DJ Zarf from Bro Sound TV, he basically said that we have Studio of Legend who's currently doing that. But again, it's not something that's just open for everyone and anyone to be like, hey, I want to start working with you guys. Unless you have a really big budget or you're very well connected. So it's like, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I want to continue with what I'm doing. But I appreciate the conversation. Salute to you. Salute to DJ Czar. I appreciate y'all for sure for tapping in.
Salute to your chat, man, and everyone tap in. Uh,
You already know the vibe, man. Take care of yourself, all right? What we're missing. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. yo, Tiff, if I'm gonna be honest, this ain't the one.
What?
This ain't the one. I'm just gonna keep it with us three for now, okay?
Okay. What happened?
We'll talk later. Don't
big,
worry.
big, big up, Tiff.
Yes. Shout out to Tiff. It's okay. I'll be in the members only after the live if you want to pull up. Just gotta
You
get.
on live?
Oh hell yeah.
YouTube or this live right here?
Nah, YouTube.
No, we're on YouTube.
You
Say
for
hi to
real?
chat.
Yeah, you didn't see it?
Nah, I just
Even
jumped off
Ron is
stage.
telling you to pull up in the chat.
Ah, shit. They hear me?
They hear you.
Ah, shit.
Oh, don't kill me, Tiff. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. It's all good.
Let me watch my mouth. We live.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna keep it with us three for now, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk later. Here, let me just go ahead and disconnect real quick. That is everyone's favorite security guard of the Flex Your Mind Network, by the way. Shout out to Tiff.
Shout out Tiff.
And she came back.
Oh, feedback.
Yeah. I'm trying to get on YouTube.
You trying to get on YouTube? Girl, at least mute up. Damn.
Oh, my bad. I gotta watch my my mouth. Y'all know me. I just
I
pop
know.
off.
They need. I know. Don't worry. All right, let's keep going
But
though.
yeah,
But
D